Hello and welcome back to the Flourgoldwizards channel. I'm Jason. That's Rigby, my mining partner. We're part-time gold prospectors based in Wisconsin. Today we have Ryan along and he's going to help run some specialized equipment I brought along today. I just got it put together and I can't wait to get it in the water. So I hope to earn your subscription. Wait till you see what we got going on today. All right, here's what we brought along. Let's show them. This is my little mini high banker right here. Now this works pretty darn good for moving a lot of material without having to classify, carry it over to a sluice somewhere, etc. However, there are laws in Wisconsin and a number of other states around the Midwest that will not let you run motorized equipment. So this unit here will not require any motorized equipment at all, and you'll see that in just a minute. Now I went ahead and I added a 2.5 foot section of my river sluice to the end of this high banker here. I just drilled a couple of holes, ran a rod through there, and it sits right on there. Now, this is just a little bit short for my taste. That flower gold we get around here is quite hard to capture. It really does take some skills, and that's why we're called the Flourgoldwizards, because there's a trick to it. Now this mat works pretty darn good. So basically this is going to be my safety net, and it's an excellent mat. This silicone works great. It's been field tested, Rigby approved. This stuff here is Gold Hog Motherlode, and this is my Devon Gold VDR mat, and that is also proven in the field. So I'm going to get my bucket on here and I'll show you how our gravity system works, and we're going to get to shoveling, because we can move a whole lot more material in this fashion than we can having to classify and haul buckets all the way up to that stream, little waterfall up there. So let's get to rolling. All right, I'm going to demonstrate my gravity high banker with extension. Basically in here, I've just got a fitting. Well, it's in there. It's down under there. A little fitting coming out the bottom of that bucket. And it sprays on the back side of my high banker right here. You shovel gravel on there, and the material goes down onto these sluices right here and washes off and catches the gold. Now, you don't want to run a giant high banker with a system like this, because you'll never be able to keep up to the water. But this little 7-inch wide, this is actually 6 inches wide. This little skinny sluice right here runs just fine with this amount of water coming out of there. I've tested it before. You get about 30 seconds to a full 5-gallon pail, and the two guys can run this for quite a long time. I mean, I work way harder than this at my 50-hour-a-week job, so this is going to be no problem at all. And we can always adjust the pitch according to the type of material we're running. So I'm going to get my shovel going here, and we're going to work. I worked here the last time I was in this area. There's my hole, and a lot of this was still underneath the ice. So I'm going to work this edge right here, and as I get further up the edge that way, we can just move this dart high banker wherever we want it and get the gold out of it, because we really tested nicely in this here area. And we're going to do a test pan right now and see what's in it. Just clear a little bit of this ice away. Now with a system like this, you don't want to just set it up anywhere willy-nilly. Now I've got it set up in a spot shallow enough where the end of my sluice run right there is just licking the top of the water right there, so I can get enough height in my legs right there to keep my bucket above my crash box right there. Also, I'm next to deep enough water where it's easy enough to grab my pail and scoop full buckets to fill up the feeder pail. Now I'm doing a test pan right here. Ryan's doing a test pan over here, and we're working this inside edge right here off this inside bend. We really did well last fall when I was down in this area, but the last time I was here, like I said, it was under ice. But we have our pick of anywhere we want to go in here, and I'm sure we're going to do just fine. Here's that test pan right here. As you can see, it's really good and full of clay and muck and really nice looking gravels. Look at that clay on there. That's nice stuff. So I'm going to pan that one out and see what's in it. Now I know for a fact that there's really good gold in that spot, but you always want to test just to make sure that you don't punch through the gold and go down into material that may not have gold, Or you may be working on material that doesn't have any, and underneath a layer of clay or something, there might be really good gold. In this case, that piece of dirt I just put into my pan and panned out for a test pan turned out to be quite nice. Let's take a look at it. And here it is. Now, one of the first things I look for in a spot is nice, large, green, black sand like that. That is extremely heavy stuff, and it goes right along with the same size gold. Look at that stuff right there. That pan, in my opinion, is absolutely excellent. You saw how much material I had there, which wasn't a whole lot, and there are over 20 pieces in that pan. They're all, granted, they're all small. There isn't anything I could feel or anything like that, but this is Wisconsin, not California or Arizona or any of them other Motherlode gold bearing states. I'm quite happy with that. Now all we got to do is get that machine over there fired up, and we're going to put a huge smile in the pan, because if the gold stays like that in that whole bend like I found it was last fall, we're in for something special here. Let's get it running. All right, we are ready to roll. All it takes is one guy to shovel, one guy to lift pails, and fill that pail. Let's begin. Heck, one guy can even run it. All right, we got a full 5-gallon pail in there. Throw a shovel on there. There we go, it's washing down. Here comes another one. Down it comes. Looks like it's coming down pretty decently. I think they're all exchanging rather nicely. This Motherlode mat in particular is exchanging real nice. You can see the lighter material bouncing around in there once that clay clears off. Oh, heck yeah, we're in business for sure. All right, let's get 2 guys back going on this. We're gonna put some gold in a pile. All right, and while we're running, we're also testing. Now, I put the pan underneath the end of my sluice coming out of there, just to see if we were losing any material out of the end, because that is a new system for me. And it was dang near full, and we only lost one little piece of gold. Oh, where'd it go? It's floating right there. One little piece of gold. So we probably had a solid 12 shovels on that thing, and they all went in my pan, or most of it. And to lose one little piece out of that with the amount of pieces we had in our original test pan, I think we're capturing all the gold we want. So now all we got to do is run for 24 hours straight. That's right. All right, we've been running for a little while here. But like any self-respecting gold prospector like Rigby, you just gotta see some gold. So we're gonna do a test clean out. And it appears to me to be running really well. Everything's turning just pitch black in there. This gold hog mat is full of black sand. Everything up there looks good and black to me as well. So we're gonna do a little test clean out, see what's in it. All right, now to clean this thing out, basically all you gotta do is pull this here rod. Just like this. And this sluice comes right off there. One rod. Dip that in a 5-gallon pail of water, like such. Give it a splash. Then a shake, whatever it takes to get those cleaned out. All right, that's cleaned out pretty good. I'll set that off to the side. Now this mat, this slides right on out of there, just like this. I'll just take this, throw it right in my pail. Give it a little shake. And that baby is clean. Now if we want to, just throw that right back in there and we're back to running. But I'm gonna throw that in a pan and see what kind of gold's in this material. Back in a bit. And the results, pretty darn good. Now we didn't run all that long. And there's a nice pile of gold in there. Look at that chunk of wire gold right there. See if I can get that up close and personal. There it is. Nice long looking piece. That's really good. I think we're gonna do quite well here today. No more screwing around with this here camera. Rigby's up there, he means business. He's been barking out orders for 10 minutes. So we're gonna get this thing put back together and run a whole bunch. Got it. Rigbone says it's snack time. Do a cleanup and then we're having a snack. I do what the boss man says. So we've been running here a good amount of time. I shoveled tailings 3 or 4 times already. And I don't know, we've got to be over 100 shovels in there, maybe more.
At least.
And I do see gold in the mats here. There's a pretty decent looking piece right in there. And there's plenty of flour scattered about here and there. Getting a little bit hard to see now that the water is kind of draining off a little bit. We're gonna get this stuff into a pail, do a cleanup, and a snack.
Rigby, how many times do I gotta tell you? You can't boss me around in front of everybody like that.
All right, here's the part where we test our equipment. Now we saw some gold, so now we're getting back to the basics. Test, test, test. Now what I did was I cleaned that out separately from that. This being the bottom. I go ahead and I pan that out, and here's what we got out of the bottom sluice. About 10 or 11 little pieces. One decent looking piece, but not a whole lot at all. So that tells me, provided we find a whole lot of gold in there, which came out of the top end of the sluice, that we are running exactly the way we want. You want to catch most of your gold up top, and if you're not, and if you find a lot of gold in there or in your tailings, then you got a little something wrong with your pitch or your water flow or something. But so far, we're running extremely well, in my opinion. And I know some of you guys out there think that this thing doesn't have quite enough water flow, but it does. So I'm going to pan that one out quickly just to make sure that it's catching as much gold as I think it is up top, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, now in the last video from this location, I do believe we called it Zombie Gold Motherlode. I'll show you exactly why it's the Motherlode. Because of that, right there. Look at that gold. There, oh my goodness, that is the most gold I've ever seen. Now I knew that this spot was gonna pay off, and if we could just get a machine down here that we could really move a lot of material. I mean, I've already got 5 times the amount of material run through that machine right there. Then I could run classifying, shaking it all out, dragging it up way up over there and dropping it on my sluice one little scoop at a time. All that gold right there came out of the top end of my sluice. Let me see if can you tap that up into a big smile, Ryan? Let's take a little look at that. Just look at that. That all came from the top end of the sluice, and those other 10 little pieces got caught right down in here. This thing is running right on the money, 100%. Rigby doesn't care. It's snack time. All right, get off my back, man. He earned that. He's a hard-working miner. Ryan, go ahead and have a beef stick. Piece of salmon even.
Salmon it is.
Oh, we snack good around here.
Mm.
That's right. Smoked salmon. Another one. Man, he really is a hard-working miner. Look at the size of that spider. Ooh, he'll get you. Get him, Rigby. Well, we've been grinding away here, running and running and running. We're just taking a little bit of a break from the high banker, doing some test pans up in that area upstream and some downstream. We're finding gold here, we're finding gold there, but this apparently is the best gold we've found so far. And we are crushing it, absolutely crushing it. The amount of material we're running today is absolutely insane. I couldn't be happier. So we're gonna run one more big long run, get that stuff in a container and get it back to the shop. And we're gonna take a look at it. Back in a bit. All right, we made it back to the shop. First things first, Fridge of Wonder. That's right, look at all my wonderful stickers on there. I'm gonna grab a cold one. We're running a little bit low. That simply won't do. That's better. All right, we have our concentrates right here. Nice big fat jar of them. Just beautiful and heavy. Got my cleanup sluice, so what I'm gonna do is take this highly technical device here called my kitchen type strainer device, and I'm gonna turn this stuff into bigs and smalls. I'm gonna pan out the bigs and run the smalls over my cleanup sluice right here. Give me just a minute to get this all set up, and we'll do it. Here's all the gold from the big stuff. Nothing. Here's all the big stuff. There was a certain amount of magnetics in there. Not a whole lot, but definitely some. So let me get the sluice set up and we'll run all this little stuff, which is right here. Because I know there's all kinds of gold in there. Back in a bit. All right, we've got our cleanup sluice set up and ready to roll right here. I'll just turn the water on with my bilge pump speed controller. And we're off. See a couple of bubbles. I'll get rid of them right away. And we'll start feeding. Now I've got this stuff classified down to smaller than kitchen type strainer device. So this will go extremely fast. I'll be able to pound that stuff in there quickly. All I gotta do is make sure my black sand is separating. And then it's just a feeding game, you know, like dinner time. Maybe just a hair more. There we go. Now they're exchanging. I'll throw another one in there and I'll show you guys. All right, so far so good. Those were the first couple of scoops I put on there, and I do see some gold starting to show up in these small upper riffles here. And these lower drop riffles right here are circulating around quite well. As you can see, that material is jumbling. Let's go ahead and grab another scoop. Ooh, look at how black and yummy that looks. Then we'll throw it on there, just like that. And off it goes. Let's see if we can find any more. Oh yeah, a couple more showed up right over there. Those are some bigger pieces too. This stuff is loaded with gold. We really nailed it today. So let me run the rest of this through there and prepare to be amazed. All right, all that material is run. And it is looking really good. Let me turn this down so we can see everything a little bit better. That Highbanker totally caught so much gold down there today. Now I did see some gold down in these here, right here when it roils around a little bit. As a matter of fact, if I get up at this angle, you can see a couple pieces in there. But there's a whole bunch inside of these first couple down inside of there. So let me shut this thing down. We'll get it in a pan. Take a look at it. And the results are totally amazing. Totally amazing. That is a nice pile of gold right there. I don't care where you're sitting. Here's some of the standout pieces that I pulled off to the side. That one right there, I tested it and it goes through my kitchen type strainer device. But watch this. Oh, I had it. I picked it up before. Let me try it again. Come here, you son of a gun. No. I had it picked up too. You son of a gun. Well, now I'm crying. There, I got it. Look at that. A Wisconsin picker. Ta-da! Oh my God, what a day. Yeah, go ahead and smile for the camera. You just go right ahead and smile for the camera. Here you go. Got it. Hey, what do you guys think about that? That was a monster pile of gold over there. And we got another Wisconsin picker. Doggy. It went through that kitchen type strainer device, but I still got it picked up with these 4-inch thick meat hooks. I hope I did earn your subscription today. We put a lot of effort into our videos and a lot of back-breaking work. And for that, I'd like to thank Ryan for coming out and helping me today. I absolutely could not have moved that amount of material without you. Thank you again. So until the next episode, like, share, subscribe, Please do leave a comment. It helps build our channel. Flourgoldwizards out. Ooh. Got it.